Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and happy start of the new week. Welcome to the English newscast on Info Television. Our headlines. 1 year after the launch of the EGLE, the integrated software designed to revolutionize Cameroon's public sector payroll and personal management, the Minister of Public Service and Administrative Reform, Joseph Le, presented a mixed progress report this day. And Bledor Bakery has taken a proactive stance against allegations of poor hygiene. Its promoter addressed the controversy to showcase the company's commitment to quality. And in this newscast, we shall talk sports as the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations continue to produce jaw-dropping performances as Senegal, Egypt, Nigeria, and host country Morocco powered their way into the quarter-final stage. Those were our headlines, details in a jiffy. Welcome back. We kickstart with this story as parents in the city of Yaoundé are expressing growing concerns about the methods of punishing their children for late coming to school. Their worry is centered about the safety of their children whenever they are prevented from entering the school premises for arriving late. Roger Snoom spoke to some of the concerned parents and school authorities and paints a picture of the situation. Let's watch.
Parents are not finding anything funny about the temporary exclusion of their kids from school campuses for late coming. When the kids leave their homes early in the morning to acquire knowledge in their schools, their parents hand over the responsibility of their safety to teachers. But what happens if a child arrives late at the school gate?
You have to punish them. They should pick some dirt around. They will take some machete and hose to go and work on the school garden, in the school garden. So we have so many small punishments that we put in place. Then when we have some who are still not able to cope with time, then we have to go in for disciplinary council. After 8 p.m. we don't allow people on campus. So classes start here at 7:30. So they should be here before 7:30.
We close our gate at 7:45 for the day. From time to time, we may open the gate again to allow these latecomers to come, for whom we punish. Those ones do punishment in the morning. They may do little petty jobs like the clean, pick up papers, and in some severe lateness, we may also give them work like clearing to do.
It's not normal for teachers to send children out of the classroom for late coming. It is preferable to give the child some punishment to do, after which repeat. It's not normal for teachers to send children out of the classroom for late coming. It is preferable to give the child some punishment to do, after which they can join others in the class. They should not be sent away given that their parents have paid their school fees. Therefore, they ought to attend their classes normally.
No one knows what could happen to children when they are sent out of their school compound. There are too many dangers outside. They could be kidnapped or knocked down by a car. They should normally call parents to inform them of their children's habit. Given the serious nature of the issue, parents and school authorities will do well to hold discussions during PTA meetings as part of efforts to solve the problem, while ensuring that their students gain both in knowledge and morality from their schooling.
And now we take this press release which reads, the New Year wishes ceremony to His Excellency the Prime Minister, Head of Government, is scheduled to take place on Tuesday, 13 January 2026 as from 4 p.m. at the Esplanade of his cabinet. Latest time of arrival, 3:30 p.m. Signed, the Director of Cabinet, Balungeli, Confiance, Ebune. And on to this story, fair treatment within companies remains an important legal and moral principle for successful organizations. However, citizens believe some workers are unfairly treated despite their different statuses. What do individuals think about this, and what's the best way to handle the situation? Their reactions were gotten on the streets of Yaoundé. Let's watch.
Unfair treatment in workplaces typically involves discrimination based on certain characteristics such as ethnicity or national origin, gender, and religion. In some cases, salary unfairness causes lower job satisfaction and frustration. Automatically, it will create frustrations. I cannot be in an enterprise since 10 years, giving all my best for a salary which has never upgraded. And worst is if an intern comes in and gains the same as me. L'injustice. Injustice occurs a lot, and now there is the fact that some persons will react. If I am employed in a company and I have 15 years of experience and a younger person comes who doesn't even have 6 months of experience and we are giving the same salary, it will be unjust. C'est vraiment de l'injustice. Corporations who practice pay disparity are said to leave their workers to feeling incompetent, which equally exposes the enterprise. I think it is important to learn to valorize employees, make them know that they participate to the growth of the company and that the company is growing thanks to them, because the company cannot only grow because the owner puts funds. It necessitates energy from employees. In Cameroon, employees facing unfair treatment or job discrimination are protected by the Labor Code and have the right to file a complaint with the Ministry of Labor and Social Security or pursue legal action.
And as you heard in one of our lead stories, Bledo Bakery has taken a proactive stance against allegations of poor hygiene. Its promoter, Hostin Francis Kweka, addressed the controversy to showcase the company's commitment to quality in a press conference this January 12, 2026. Mimi Tiobo attended the conference and now reports.
It all started with a viral video featuring the second deputy mayor of Yaoundé 7 criticizing Bledo Bakery hygienic standard, which has sparked controversy on different social media platforms.
Ça c'est normal. Là où nous vous faites à manger, moi j'achète le pain à Bledo.
In response to these allegations, the bakery promoter, Hostin Francis Kweka, organizes a press conference this January 12, 2026 to address the allegations and provide transparency by opening up their facilities to the press. During the conference, Kweka shed light on the origin of the problem.
Depuis quelques jours, une vidéo devenue virale sur les réseaux sociaux.
For few days now, a video has gone viral on social media in which the production facility of Yoyama Bank and Colbison are being slanderously denounced by the second deputy mayor of Yaoundé City Council, while reassuring national and international public that strict adherence to hygienic measures has been given to us. That's why we have award of certificate of compliance every year.
Nous délivre chaque année un certificat de conformité.
He did so while reassuring the customers about the quality of their product, which will continue to meet the highest standard.
Grâce aux informations relayées, la direction.
The management wishes to reassure its customers that the premises remains open and accessible to any person or authority wishing to see for themselves the state and compliance of our facilities.
Et la conformité de nos installations.
Loyal customers have come out in support of the bakery, expressing their satisfaction with the product they've been consuming for years.
I am still here because Bledo is quality. and I invite everyone to come to Bledo and buy the products. They have bread and other products that they have here in Bledo because it is quality. I live where I stay around Mendong, and I must always come here to buy bread and other products from Bledo because it is quality.
It remains to be seen on how the situation will unfold, but Bledo Enterprise seems to determine to set the record straight.
And heated arguments between motorbike riders and their passengers have become commonplace in Cameroonian cities. These quarrels are sometimes known to degenerate into physical fights with accusations flying from all directions. Rogers Nung took to the streets of Yaoundé to make more findings about this phenomenon.
The lack of affection between commercial motorcycle riders in Yaoundé and their passengers continues with no end in sight, despite the fact that for many residents of the capital city, a motorcycle ride has become an integral part of their daily lives. It is not an unusual sight to find these strange bedfellows in a heated argument and sometimes even exchanging physical blows with accusations flying in all directions.
One of the highest challenges that we are facing is maybe at times you will break a passenger will propose a place, let's say like 500 without telling you some bashemang. Then on the way, you just carry the passenger, on the way going you see another passenger to double. Then the passenger will say that no, when I paid 500 is they don't want to bash me. So from there the problem usually started from that place, because normally if you are going to a place you don't want that they should bash you, at least propose 500 some bashemang. I don't want that they should bash me. So if you don't propose, that's one of the highest points that always make passengers and bike people to have problems. For me, the second one is this change issue.
The passengers mostly beg to differ in their own side of the story.
Problems between passengers and bike riders, some of them come as a result of maybe the mood at a particular time. Some of them, maybe someone has a transfer aggression. Someone comes with disagreement. The disagreement comes at times because of maybe the rider did not understand the destination of the passenger. And at times, change issue.
The bad state of our road, because sometimes for the bad road, they are taking a lot of money.
As both riders and passengers continue in the journey of life, they will never run out of fuel to start a fight. It is therefore left for both parties to get intentional about forging a healthy atmosphere for their mutually beneficial relationship.
And out of Yaoundé, works on the National Road number 17A have been evaluated by sectoral representatives on January 10, 2026. This was headed by the Senior Divisional Officer of the Villa Division at the Azem Public School. Details in this report.
Sectoral officials in charge of the launch of request examination for works on the National Road number 17A have been received at the Azem Public School. According to the June 10, 2022 decree by the Prime Minister, Head of Government, compensation was provided to people who lost land rights or had their property destroyed during the construction of the Ebolowa Akomtu Kribi Road. This was presented and explained on January 10, 2026 by the Senior Divisional Officer of the Villa Division. Let me also remind you of this. What brings us together today is equally to tell the head of state that we are behind him to achieve what will benefit us, equally our children and the country. This first protocol phase was open to all persons impacted by the paving project. It's about actions on the ground, cohesion, synergy of action, and above all, appeasement. And it's the spirit that sustains the dialogue that we need to monitor. So that means they will be moving out to the edges. We don't lack lands here in the south. The people will also be able to move a bit further. The population was informed about the number of files submitted and the various guidelines to follow for the Ebolowa, Akomtu and Kribi roads.
And in sports, the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations continue to produce jaw-breaking performances as Senegal, Egypt, Nigeria and host country Morocco powered their way into the quarter-final stage of the competition. Phillips Enchi in the following report brings out the strength of the teams. Let's watch.
After a thrilling and jaw-dropping performance during the 8 finals in Morocco, 4 teams succeeded in crossing the red zone of the competition, notably Senegal, Egypt, Nigeria, and host country Morocco over the weekend. The Atlas Lions of Morocco, after an outstanding performance during the 8 finals, proved to the world their football prowess after defeating the Indomitable Lions of Cameroon 2-0. The team's performance has been identified by some as heroic despite losing to the Indomitable Lions in their previous encounters. The Qatar 2022 World Cup semi-finalist now majestically walks amongst the 4 teams qualified for the crucial semi-finals encounter. On the list is the Super Eagles of Nigeria, delivering a jaw-dropping performance against the Desert Fox of Algeria. The 2013 AFCON winner continued to release signals of victory, with Victor Osimhen troubling his opponents thanks to his football prowess, despite criticism emanating from the fans of the Super Eagles. The green-white-green continue to set the pace high for a successful encounter in the coming days. The Pharaohs of Egypt are not left out, as Mohamed Salah and his teammates recorded another outstanding victory against the defending champions, the Elephants of Cote d'Ivoire, in a 3-2 win. The 7 times African Cup of Nations champions piously will be seeking another title as they power themselves into the semi-finals. The Teranga Lions of Senegal are proving to Africans their strength as they showed composure and defensive authority. Sadio Mane and his teammates, after a heart-melting performance, secure a spot in the quarterfinals round. Though the team is a beneficiary of the AFCON title, consistency, unity, tactics and new strategies developed has been the sole mentor to their success. As Africans keep enjoying the performance delivered in the ongoing Continental Football Jamboree, football fans are clamoring and delighted to see their favorite teams emerge victorious on January 14, 2026 in Morocco.
And away from that, the Minister of Public Service and Administrative Reform, Joseph Le, has presented a mixed progress report of the Aigle software. The presentation took place this January 12, 2026 in the city of Yaoundé. More details with you in this report, Jude Kenji.
The event, attended by representatives from key public administrations and public stakeholders, served as a platform for a comprehensive review. Minister Joseph Le presented a detailed assessment of the transformative changes and concrete strides achieved, openly addressed the difficulties encountered during the implementation phase, and unveiled the strategic roadmap guiding the project's future development. The Minister of Public Service and Administrative Reform, Joseph Le, began his address by anchoring the Eagles project firmly within the long-term governance vision of the head of state, President Paul Biya. He recalled the project's genesis in the Presidential Directive of July 2019, which recalled for a sovereign, integrated and efficient system. The minister highlighted several key achievements from the system's inaugural year, framing them as directive benefits to the state and its civil servants. He reported significant progress in eliminating long-standing administrative backlogs, particularly in processing of promotions, bringing tangible financial recognition to hundreds of thousands of public employees.